Hi folks, we were working on this little guy here, so we did underneath the hat, which we just did. Alright, so we have this done, we have this kind of done. Now we're going to go where his neck is, okay, right now. We're not rounding anything off, we're just putting the stop cuts everywhere that we need to. So again, we're going to go from the edge down. It's a much safer way of doing it. Take the time to turn it and go the other way. You know, when you're working with really small pieces, it's really important to try to, now we're going to cut that out from underneath up to that chin. So we're just going to take this out like so. Okay, just like so. Alright, we're going to go in a little further, just like so. Alright. That looks really good. Alright, now I'm going to round off the face a little bit. Now, these edges are really rough from the bandsaw cut itself. So what we're going to do here with the top hat is we're just going to kind of round off the corners. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to put our stop cut in first and then bring our knife over and try to round that off. Okay? And we're going to round off the top of that hat, just the edge. Okay. You can take off a little bit more to make it flat like. See, if we look at this and we look at this, see, it's not much of a difference. You see the amount of depth here? It's all perception. You know, it's a deceiving way because it looks deeper than it is, which it isn't. So that's how we do it here. Alrighty, just clean that up. What I'm going to do is just go around and clean up all the rough spots on this thing here. And we're just going to round this off just a tad more. I don't sand my pieces when I'm done. It's just, I leave the knife marks on there and all that good stuff. Okay, so now we're going to round off the face. Okay, so what we're going to do is down here in the corner, we're just going to make it a little bit deeper, okay? And we're going to bring this up and we're going to round off the shoulder first. Because technically that is underneath the face portion. Alright. See how we have that? Okay, we're going to do the same thing to the other side. Painting it is not a big deal. It's fairly simple, and you can get all the colors at your local store. I use a light blue, a dark blue, a white, and black, and that's about it. That's all the pieces that I use, all the different paints that I use. So most people will have this. If you're a carver, you have some of these colors already probably. If not, it'll cost you about a couple of dollars at Walmart, or $1.50 for the actual piece. Now, see how I'm cleaning off the side of the face? Okay, that's what I'm doing right now. And then what we're going to do is we're going to just round that up a little bit. We're going to just take that edge off right there. We're going to go deeper here. I'm not real happy with that, so we're going to go just a tad deeper, give it some more depth. Alright, and we're going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to clean this all rough saw marks off. Now the bandsaw is a wonderful tool, folks. If you don't have one, it's the best money you can really spend. It's one of the most expensive purchases for most people, and I understand there's a few people, you know, or there are a lot of people that probably can't afford it. But if you go to a carving club, they have people there that will be willing to probably cut out your pieces for you, or you can get them bought already pre-cut. So you don't have to put a lot of money into this hobby if you're new to it on the onset, but it is something that you may want to put on your wish list in the future if it's something you enjoy. Alright, so we have the bottom, we have the shoulders rounded off. Now I have that cleaned up until, let me just clean this off a little more. And you can see I'm using just one knife for all this, folks. I don't have a lot of different tools. It's a very simple simple little project. Now I'm gonna round this off just a tad here on either arm here a little bit, just so it blends in a little bit. Alright, and now I'm going to make that nose just a tad deeper, so I'm going to follow it around again with the tip of my knife. And really all I have is a pen knife, so it's nice and pointy on the one end, so I can do some detail work with it. It's really important, folks, to get a good knife when you start. I can't stress that enough to you folks. It's probably one of the most important things that you'll buy is your knife and your glove and a few other things here. Okay, now, alright, now we have that done. We're going to round off that nose. And you want to be careful when you do your stop cuts and you cut from underneath it. You don't push it up into the wood real hard, because you're going to see all these knife stab marks on your carvings. You want to be careful of that. Alright? You know, I try to give you as much detail as I can when I teach or do these videos. You know, if I sound repetitive, if you've been following me for a while, it's for the sake of these new people that want to learn. We all had to start somewhere. So just, you know, forgive me for that. And some of that we need to be reminded of, you know, to keep our knives sharp and that kind of thing. So, alrighty. Alright, see how we have that nose done now? Now we're going to go down a little deeper. We got about just a tad deeper up here again, because we got to put that that brow in. Okay, we'll be back.